Welcome to the Kane and Day Show. I am your host, Kane. You can find me on Twitter at Killing Kane, Twitch at Killing Kane, and I'll kick it over to my co-host here.
My name is Day. You can find me on Twitter at Realdaygaming1. YouTube and TikTok is also Realdaygaming. And let's get this show started.
Yeah, it's been a bit since we've been here. We took a little hiatus for a little bit. Kind of
very conflicting schedules.
Very conflicting. we got pretty busy in our personal lives, so we're still in the midst of always being busy, but we made time. Here we are. Well, we got a show for you. I mean, we've missed a lot in the last 4 weeks.
About that, yeah.
About 4 weeks since we last.
Yeah, recorded. The whole losing streak for the Angels, yeah.
Oh yeah. So, Day, where are we starting today?
I think we just got to start with work our way east to west.
All right, yeah. Let's
just start with the AL East, get it out of the way.
Well, why don't we just talk about the Big Apple first?
Okay.
Let's talk about the two dominant powerhouses that are gonna meet in the World Series.
I don't think the Mets will make it to the World Series, but I do think that I do believe the New York Yankees are winning the World Series this year.
So,
I don't see anybody stopping them.
This is my thing with the Mets. We'll get to the Yankees here in a minute. Let's talk about the lesser team before we talk about how just amazing the Yankees are this year. And it hurts my soul to say that, but we're here. So you're down Max Scherzer.
Yep.
You're down Jacob deGrom. Chris Bassett has really found his way in New York. What is it? Tyler McGill or Trevor McGill?
I believe it's Trevor.
Been pitching very well for them. Their bullpen, Edwin Diaz, is back to Ed Win, not Ed Lose. Their bullpen's been really good for them. Francisco Lindor is actually playing baseball again. Starling Marte is good. Jeff McNeil's having a good season. All around, the Mets are just having a pretty good year.
Tyler.
I got one of them. I said Tyler, so I'll take that. The Mets, despite injury, have played very well this year, and it's good to see. It's cool to see that both New York teams are doing well, and I do hope that we get a Subway Series World Series. It will probably be one of the most electrifying World Series I have ever seen.
It would set up a very good storyline 22 years later.
Yeah.
What's even more shocking is Frankie Lindor had such a slow start.
Yeah. He did.
And he's really coming around. It was nice to see him hit a home run in front of his mom. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's always a fun day.
Oh, dude, that was cool. But and we're gonna talk about this later. But you also have an underrated. It's so hard to say that he's underrated because he's so good, right? But Pete Alonso is underrated.
Incredible.
He is underrated.
Well, what sucks for him is he's having a good year, right? But Goldie has been having a better year.
Yeah.
And it's going to get overshadowed just tremendously because Goldie's just playing better, unfortunately, for Pete. But Pete's still having a good year.
Oh, he's phenomenal at the plate this year. Phenomenal. And it's you're two guys in the, actually in the NL. I mean, you still have Freddie, right? You still have who else is a really good first baseman in the NL?
Matt Olson has been playing well.
Matt Olson's been playing all right.
Has he turned it around a little bit?
The last couple of weeks, he's been turning it around. So that's right. You have Matt Olson in the NL now. You've got what's his name? Eric Hosmer. Eric Hosmer.
He's having a good year.
He's having a great year.
Oh yeah.
But but when you look at it, especially with the All-Star break coming up, right? We got we're 3-4 weeks out now.
I believe it is in.
It's in July.
It's the first full week of July.
Okay, so we're about 2 weeks out.
It's like the week after. It's the 10th. It's the week after 4th of July.
Yeah, so we've got about 2 weeks left.
Yeah. At the time of recording.
So you look at it, it's just like Pete Alonso. I feel like even last year, underrated. As a rookie, the motherfucker he broke the rookie home run record.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't get respect on his name.
Well, I think what's impressive about this year, obviously 70 games compared to the 152 he played last year, the 161 he played his rookie year. Obviously COVID, he played all but 3. I think what's really standing out to me is his average. It's 20 points higher right now that it ended last year and his rookie year, which is where the bigger sample size is.
I mean,
and I think that's incredible.
You look at the last couple of years of Pete Alonso, right? What did you expect from him?
Home runs.
Exactly.
Strikeouts.
It's home runs and strikeouts for him.
Mm-hmm.
And
modern baseball.
53 home runs is a lot of home runs in a year, especially in your rookie year. That's phenomenal. It's crazy.
He's already at 20 this year.
Right. He's like not on the heels of Judge, but he could be on
Judge
the
hit
heels
2
of
last night, so
that's true, he did.
That doesn't help.
But this year, dude looks like he's hit like what is he? What's he hitting? 270?
282.
That was close. Fair
282,
enough.
20 home runs, 66 RBIs.
You love to see it. You want it. I expect home runs from Pete Alonso, right?
Right.
But you really have to sit there at the end of the day. It's like, yeah, home runs are great and all, right? Like 50, like, okay, let's just use rookie year. 53 runs is a lot of runs, as an individual, right?
Yeah.
Plus,
that's more than some teams, probably.
Plus, more so of like him being on base and stuff. So he probably had more runs than 53, right? But you're looking at it.
He scored 103
his rookie year. So yeah, I mean,
out of 155 hits.
You really sit there and you're like, man, I strike out a lot, and I mean, like when I do get a hold of a ball, it's gone. But
a third of his hits were home runs, so that doesn't tell you anything.
And so it's like you sit there and really think about how you want to play your game, right? And especially coming into or was it last year? No, when Steve Cohen bought the team and said, I will do whatever it takes to make this a World Series team. And not even a World Series team, World Series champions.
Right.
That probably resonated with the players. That's probably why Franny's playing really well now.
It's a culture change.
Right. And it you come from Cleveland where they didn't appreciate you in the slightest. They undercut you. And I'm surprised Jose Ramirez stayed.
The team didn't.
Yeah, the city loved Francisco Lindor. The team was
they
just like,
players.
Oh, he's
one just Lindor.
He's a platinum glove winner, switch hitter who hits well from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 of those guys. So, I'm gonna go on record right now. If Franny Lindor was still on Cleveland would be a much bigger threat in the AL Central.
Yeah, because they play a Mickey Mouse schedule. I'll say that till the day I die.
I'm aware, but I think they would have a legitimate shot, though, because of how well Jose Ramirez is playing. And if Frankie Lindor could have figured it out, they would have been terrifying. But we're not talking about the AL Central right now. We're talking about the Big Apple. But ever since Steve Cohen bought that team and was like, I'll dish out money. I don't give a shit. Like,
you spend money to win money.
The players love it. They love playing for that team. It might even make Jacob deGrom stick around. Because he's in his last year of his contract, I believe.
I don't think he'll be able to go anywhere because I don't think he's going to play this season.
I don't think so either.
He'll have no other place to go because no one who would want to do that. Yes, he's great. It's like Aaron Judge.
He is the best.
Who has his arbitration hearing sometime coming up in the next week or 2.
Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in baseball.
When healthy.
Yes, when healthy.
But
is the best pitcher in baseball.
He has to stay on the field. If he's not on the field, he's not the best player in baseball. Or pitcher in baseball.
Right.
It don't matter.
The thing with the Mets is, again, they're winning games despite not having their 1-2 punch. Chris Bassett has been great. Is Taiwan back yet? Because if Taiwan's back, that's huge. And then I think they still have Carlos Carrasco.
He's listed as day-to-day. He left his last start.
Okay. So, I mean, Taiwan's back, but you need him to be what he was last year, where he came out and was actually feeling really good about himself. You still have Carlos Carrasco, I believe, on the squad. That came over with the Lindor trade. And, now that you have this good, team that gets along, they all are basically on the same page. I wouldn't be surprised if at the trade deadline, I know, they've got some young catchers and stuff in the wings, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them go after Wilson Contreras.
Where is it? McCann's still playing for him, sure is. Oh, yeah. And then they just call up one of them. Screw it.
Yeah, but I would go with the hot hand. And Wilson Contreras is
Yeah, but that's just like the Rizzo situation all over again, where you're going from a Cubs team that has a completely different culture, and you got to hope when you bring him into your culture, he's able to make that adjustment,
right,
and hit the way he is mid-season. That's a big move for anybody.
Right. I could just see him going for it because you look at their lineup, catcher is probably their weakest spot.
Most likely, yeah.
Even with their guys that they have up, they're fine, but they're not like, oh my gosh, this is the next great thing at catcher. I think they need to go find a reliable catcher at the break. Doesn't matter who, but you need to go do something because you're in a scenario right now where you got to win this year. You have you kind of have to, with how much money Cohen dealed out this year.
Well, I think what's really going to help them in the long run. So you remember how last year Scherzer pitched all those innings for the Dodgers in the regular season to get them in a position to fight for a World Series.
Right.
I think this might sound bad, but I think him missing time in the regular season is perfect for him.
It's phenomenal.
Because it's that little bit of a break, so he doesn't repeat what he did last year and just fall apart.
Here's the difference, right, between the Dodgers and the Mets, right?
Well, there's a lot of differences.
The Mets have a bullpen. The Mets have a starting rotation that's pretty stacked already. I mean, we touched base on this before the season started on those little tiny window we had. We said that the Mets had one of the better pitching rotations in the league, especially with the dudes that are waiting in the wings, right? You still have a bunch of arms. You have a bunch of arms in the bullpen that can, give you 5 innings that you can throw in and start. I don't think Trevor May's
pitched that much either. I think he's been hurt for most of the season.
So, oh no! Ty France left the game.
Oh, that's good.
Love to see it. Sorry, guys. But the Mets have done so much to kind of make them we're serious. We're gonna fucking win. But it's all said and good. But you got to make it through the playoffs. I think they could, especially if DeGrom makes a miracle happen and comes back. Same with Scherzer taking this time off because his timeline.
He pitched 3 1/3, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. Struck out 6.
The timeline for Scherzer was about
2 days
weeks.
Ago. Yeah.
When he got hurt. 6 to 8
and he made his
weeks.
rehab start yesterday.
I mean, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, he's old. He's gonna get hit around sometimes. But, the Dodgers last year, I mean, you had just Walker Buehler, and then you had to rely on Tony Gonsolin, fucking Brusdar.
They overworked their entire bullpen. Kenley.
Exactly.
And Urias.
I mean,
those guys out of the bullpen.
Why do you think everybody left?
Yeah, they just got overworked. Yeah,
and Kenley's doing fine.
he's doing fine. He's not doing good. He's doing fine.
Nah, he's doing fine. But that's what I expect out of an almost 40-year-old out of the pen.
Yeah.
You know what I
Who only
mean?
throws a cutter and a fastball.
Yeah, I don't expect you to come out throwing 100 miles an hour, striking everybody out. Like,
not anymore.
That's dumb. But
not anymore.
Let's do ourselves a little 180 to the other side of the pond.
Over to the Bronx.
Let's talk about the Yankees, man.
I'm telling you, they are my current. I know I took the Blue Jays preseason. I am switching to the Yankees.
Head to toe. This team,
best team in baseball,
has no flaw.
No, they don't.
They're
1
starting
through 7.
Yeah, their starting rotation.
Lights
Nasty.
out.
Garrett Cole got lit up last week. Then he came back, threw a no through 7.
Him and Shane had, from what I heard, a great battle.
Yeah, and then you have Nestor.
Nestor's been pitching lights out.
Gross.
Yep.
Gross.
He doesn't even throw hard, but he's just nasty.
And then you go to the bullpen. You have
Clay Holmes. That's the dirtiest thinker I think I've ever seen.
And you have Michael King sitting there too.
Yep.
Like,
it's scary.
And I'm pretty sure they still have Zach Britton.
I believe so.
They have Darren O'Day, I believe.
It doesn't matter who comes out of that bullpen. They're pitching lights out.
Yeah. And then just you look at their
it's 1 through 7 in the
IKF.
lineup. He's doing what he's supposed to.
He had the best average on the team through 30 games.
He's doing what he needed to do. Play good defense, which is what they didn't get last year out of the shortstop position.
Yeah.
And just get a hit every once in a while.
I mean,
who cares?
Glaber's playing very well. Stanton's playing well.
His glove still sucks.
I mean,
Glaber's glove still sucks, but he's hitting a little bit better.
Anthony Rizzo has just had a resurgence of his career.
He had a full off season. I said at the beginning of the year that this was a possibility of him making that full transition out of Chicago into New York, where they have a different standard that they do in Chicago.
Right.
And we're seeing it. Aaron Judge has been healthy,
and
he's my unanimous MVP.
Same.
He has to be. He has to be.
Get that fucking Shohei Ohtani shit out the fucking door. I don't care.
No.
I don't care. He's not hitting well enough to win MVP.
If Aaron Judge makes it through 162 healthy, I cannot see anybody other than J-Ram winning it. I really can't.
If Aaron Judge doesn't win MVP this year, fuck baseball.
Those writers are just making it for a story. That's all.
I am just saying this now. He got robbed of one. We're not robbing him of another.
Yeah, it's his to lose as of right now, as far as I'm concerned.
And I don't see it happening.
He's just got to stay healthy. That's the only caveat to this. Is he's got to stay healthy. Here's the thing,
right? The Yankees need to learn how to. I mean, they should have learned how to play him. You don't play him every single day. You just don't. You give him a rest, because that's why he keeps getting hurt. It's because you keep throwing him out there every goddamn day. And he's trying to be the only offense. And that's kind of what you had.
He's missed 2 games.
Yeah, well, when you're hitting like you're hitting, they just need to learn, hey, Aaron Judge is looking a little overworked right now. Let's give him a rest. Let's give him a day. He's still going to be fucking MVP.
Well, what they'll do is they'll just make him DH for the day.
Exactly.
They just let him hit for the day, and then call it. They're still winning. They are 51-18 on pace for 118 wins.
Yeah.
They lead this division by. I just had it up. Where'd it go?
I mean, I don't even think it's close.
They're leading this division by 12.
Yeah, it's not even close. We, at the beginning of the season, we also said that the AL East was the most...
was a bloodbath.
Was a tight window. And then the Yankees said, hold my beer. And now they're 51 wins.
Don't fully quote me, but I'm a betting man.
Sure
I believe the Yankees at home are 16 out of their last 17.
So...
that may or may not be the stat before my trip, so they could have. They're in Tampa this week, so
right. Coming into the season, let's redact back to Rizzo for a minute and talk about how, he's kind of that, 15 home runs now. So everyone was like, oh, short porch, short porch, short porch.
He has hit a couple unicorns this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
He's at 19 home runs.
Most of his home runs have been bombs too.
Yeah, they have. He's got, I think it's like 2 unicorns.
Yeah.
The team as a whole has about 7 at Yankee Stadium this year, but
I mean, it's kind of a given. It's Yankee Stadium, but at the same time, it's like Rizzo kind of nasty, and
yeah, he's looking good. He looks like he's having fun. That 230 batting average is a bit low, but
I will quote one of our friends in the off season. He said, "I don't want Anthony Rizzo on our team."
Yikes.
You know who I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said it around both of us. But he did not want Rizzo on his team. And then I'm like, hey, how you liking Rizzo? He's like, I'm bricked up. I am bricked up.
On a Thursday afternoon. Actually, literally.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the Yankees are going to make the World Series.
No, there's no. I don't see anybody that could stop them.
No,
I really genuinely don't. When I look at like the Guardians or the Twins, I don't think they could beat them in a 5-game series or a 7-game series. The Blue Jays, maybe if they pitch lights out. I don't think Boston can do it.
The only team that I can see giving them any sort of problems is Houston.
Mm-hmm. It's the Houston Astros, and man, will I be rooting for the Astros.
Don't throw Chapman against Altuve.
Don't let Altuve have a buzzer on his chest. I just want to go back to Houston.
Got him.
I need redemption.
Got him.
I need redemption for my embarrassment that I had last year. But I don't see anybody in this AL side of it that can take the Yankees down. Yeah. The evil empire that they are. I just don't see it.
I'm 100% with you. They are now.
Like they're 29-7 at home.
They are
now. You would have to win one. You have to win one game in all your home games.
Yeah.
Going into Yankee Stadium in October is impossible.
Right, and then it's just like, I don't know. They just need to stay healthy. They need to keep their fucking nose to the grindstone, and keep winning ball games, man. That's all they really got to do. Cause
they're incredible right now.
I don't want to see Aaron Judge in the postseason. That dude's probably gonna hit 30 home runs.
Oh, how ironic! Houston's actually playing the Yankees today.
Oh, got him. So now that we talked about kind of the Big Apple, so
the brutal area that is the Northeast.
So where do we want to go to next?
We can go and talk about the Flip Coasts and talk about how bad the Angels were for that stretch.
Yeah, then after that, do we want to go to our All-Star picks?
Yeah, we could do that. I could bring up the ballot.
Okay. All right, so
just kind of give like a rundown of what. Actually, I have both.
I mean, we kind of talked. So, AL West, the Angels had were right there with the Astros.
Bad.
They were right there with the Astros, and then they turned into the Mariners. Every time they got a lead, they gave up the lead. And then they lost 14 games straight. And they lost late in games. They didn't just lose out from the beginning of the game. They lost late in games. And wasn't looking pretty for them. Kind of turned it around. But still.
Yeah.
And then, you have Houston being Houston. They're going to win the division again.
Yeah, it's not close anymore. It was for a second. They had them in the first half.
The Mariners are dog shit. The Rangers are terrible.
The Oakland,
Oakland's
I'm going back and saying it. The Las Vegas Athletics. I'm taking my statement back.
Oakland is just there. They're just there so they don't get fined. Let's be honest.
Basically. Well, actually, pretty quickly in 2025, I think they will start getting fined.
Angels, most likely going to be second in the division. I don't think the Mariners have enough.
Oh, this is cool.
You look and Reed Detmers, as you said, just got sent down.
Got demoted.
Especially after
6 weeks after his no-hitter.
Yeah, he threw a no-no. Then he started giving up a bunch of hits and runs, and they were like, nope, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You go to the kind of, I feel like, Rookie of the Year race is happening in the AL West. There are people saying Jeremy Pena's going to win it. And there are people saying J-Rod's going to win it. Because apparently Jeremy Pena's doing a lot for that Astros squad.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But, you still have people being like, Bobby Witt. I don't get that shit out of here. Like, Bobby Witt's not going to... He's gonna. It's a 4-man type of deal between Torque,
Oracle's
Torque's probably
not even close.
Torque's probably in the conversation.
Yeah, because he was the first overall pick in 2018.
Exactly, and
that's just only.
Then there's Bobby Witt, but your two big powerhouses right now are Jeremy Pena and Julio Rodriguez, and Julio has been on fire the last month and a half. Been absolutely insane. He hit an absolute nuke the other night. Ran like a quarter of down first base, like quarter of the way down, still had the bat and just flipped it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's gross. And on top of that, he's got 18 bags. So
yeah.
Do the math, Einsteins. Go J-Rod. Probably the next jersey I'm buying. So, but yeah, I mean, you look at how bad the Angels were, and it was bad because they really had a shot. They lost Rendon. Taylor Ward's been hurt. You lost Mike Trout for like a week.
Yeah. It was a rough go.
It's just not. It's
and
not
that
great.
Bullpen just wasn't pitching how they should have, because like you said, they gave up a lot of late inning games where they were just blowing leads, like 3-4 run leads.
The worst part too is Rendon going down, because it looked like he finally settled in,
comfortable,
and he was hitting the ball well. And then you had the powerhouse in Taylor Ward in that crazy stretch that he went on. You have Brandon Marsh, who had been playing very well, because he doesn't have the expectations that everybody else has. He's just there. But yeah, the AL, like we were saying during the New York segment, is the only team that will give them any sort of trouble in the postseason.
Houston.
It's gonna be Houston. It's gonna be the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. And
God, I hope I get redemption.
It might go 7.
It could. I could see it going 7. I don't know if, with the way the Yankees play at home, I just don't see a world where Houston could take 2 from them.
I don't either.
In New York.
And as well, Garrett Cole is going to be asking to start every game. And he's going to be like, well, let me put them in their place. The one thing with the Astros that I do have to say, you got to keep Verlander healthy. He's your best pitcher. It's your best pitcher.
Like fine wine.
Best pitcher. And if Verlander's goes down at any point this season and can't pitch the rest of the year, Yankees all the way.
Yep.
There's no way that the person taking over for Verlander can, I don't even think Framber Valdez is that good, or Jose Urquidy. I don't think they're that great. They're there to do a job. They get it done moderately, and then Houston's bullpen is always good. So
they know how to breed a bullpen.
They sure do, and they really need to really treat Justin Verlander right, because if they don't, their chances of making a World Series are basically slim to none.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we got those talks out of the way. Let's talk All-Stars for a bit. This is kind of where I wanted to talk kind of about, the mainstream guys who people think are going to be there and who we think should be there because they're underrated as fuck. So,
well, this is where it's fun. Is it actually on MLB's website? I have it obviously pulled up.
Okay.
It tells me who's leading the vote and who is in second. So that's great for us.
Right. All right. So let me find my Um,
And for the record, I put all Tampa Bay Rays and submitted it.
wasn't that your fuck around one though?
You get 5 in a day.
Yeah. So.
Hey man, Yandy Diaz has to get, and G-Man Choi have to get some votes. I don't care if I am the only person in the country that voted for Yandy Diaz and G-Man Choi. I will do it.
That's fair. So.
Because I enjoy watching them play.
This was my first ballot. And
Take an actual picture of it.
So in the American League, I went at first base, Ty France. I mean, come on. Ty France has been unreal this year. He's still hitting over 300. Comes up huge in clutch situations. Awesome defense at first. There's nothing to dislike about the guy. He doesn't strike out. He gets hit a lot. People throw at him all the time. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in getting hit by a pitch. It's crazy.
Shouldn't have been standing there.
Nobody wants to throw to him. He's scary. At second base, you have the best second baseman in all of the American League, and that's Jose Altuve. Hate to say it, dude's a cheater. But he is hands down the best second baseman in almost
Santiago
baseball.
Espinal is in second place.
He's getting
having
some
a great year.
traction. He's getting some traction.
He should. He's having a great year defensively. Offensively, it's a little lower, but I mean, compared to the rest of the second baseman, he deserves to be second and make the team.
Yeah, at third base, I have the dude that I feel has been in the league forever, but he's only 24 years old, and that's Rafi Devers.
There's no. It's so tough because Rafi's playing good, and so is J-Ram.
Yeah, see, like I just went off of the crazy month that Rafi had. Because J-Ram started really hot, right?
He's on a linear line. Rafi's on this upward just curve.
Yeah. Rafi has been unreal. And it's crazy that he's so young. Like,
He's
dude's
literally
younger than I am, and he's
my age. That's sick.
At shortstop, it's kind of hard to pick in the AL because
I went with a biased one. I went with this Wander because I didn't know who to pick.
That's fair. I put Tim Anderson. I like Tim Anderson. I don't like how he talks. I like how he plays. Outfield, I went Aaron Judge, obviously. Best player in baseball right now.
That's not what I was. I'm looking at who's in first place for catchers.
Hey, my catcher
Alejandro Kirk.
It doesn't surprise me. Kirk's actually
Who's second?
Kirk's had a really good year.
Trevino. He is having a good year. It's just so funny because we always see Kevin's tweets about it.
Yeah, that's true. My second.
I didn't think he'd actually be first.
My second outfield spot, I went a little biased. I went with J-Rod just because of how good of a year he's having. Sitting around 260 something right now. 9-10 home runs, 18 stolen bags, leading the league in stolen bags. He's just having a great year, and he's great defensively. He's made a lot of amazing catches in the outfield. He's a lot faster than I thought he was. So there's that, and then the greatest baseball player of all time, Mike Trout.
Oh yeah.
He is also there because Mike Trout is having a Mike Trout season. Oh, it happens every time. Like, that's the only, like, how we touched on J-Ram, right? You can't count out Mike Trout either. Mike Trout's right there in that MVP talk because when Mike Trout's healthy for a full season, he is your absolute favorite to always win because he makes a shit team good.
Yep.
It's crazy. And then I don't remember my pitchers that I picked, but
no, we didn't have the option to pick pitchers.
I thought we did.
Not on the website I'm looking at.
Okay. At
it's
catcher,
not on MLB.com.
because I did this about 5 weeks ago. Because our friend sent me a full thing of Yankees and Reds players. I was like, that's just trigger warning. But hey, Then I kind of went a little weird with my catcher pick, and I went Jonah Heim from Texas because Jonah Heim's having a good year.
Yeah.
He's having a good year splitting time with Mitch Garver.
Yeah.
He's a switch hitting catcher who I believe is hitting around 270 something and has probably
250, 9 home runs, 26 RBIs, and a 785 OPS.
I was gonna guess 8 or 9 home runs. So
yeah.
And then at DH, plain and simple, there's nobody that should be there. Like, get Shohei out of here. It's Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, it's Yordan. It's not close. And
don't you tell me different in our comment section. Yordan Alvarez is one of my favorite players in baseball, even though he's on the Astros, because he's
15, 21 home runs.
He is
51
past.
RBIs.
He is past the cheating scandal. He came up after. I love Yordan. I hate that he hits nukes against the Mariners, but I love Yordan. He's what baseball needs. It's great to see a Barry Bonds-esque player, kind of, because he's a full DH.
Well, I was going to call him the modern David Ortiz.
No, that's fair,
he
too.
Took the torch.
But Yordan Alvarez will win an MVP in one point of his career. Being as a DH. That's fucking crazy to think about. Yeah. So we'll now switch over to the national side on my picks. I chose Pete Alonso over Goldie because I just love Pete Alonso, man. He's great. I went on a big tear about him earlier, but Pete Alonso is fantastic. At second base, I love him. Day loves him. Best music genre in the world. Music
sucks.
Jazz Chisholm is my pick.
Get that as a soundbite on a soundboard. Just me saying that music sucks.
Hey,
he is leading the vote.
I would do it, but I don't use jazz anymore on the show.
No.
At third base, there's nobody that can be above him. It's Nolan Arenado. He's always going
Debatable.
He's always going to lead that vote because of his defense.
Manny Machado is actually leading the vote.
Oh, shit. Is he?
He's hitting 328, 12 home runs, 46 RBIs.
Dude, they're doing that all without Tatis. That's scary.
It is scary. And Machado, they're basically at the same stats for the most part, except Machado's average is 50 points higher.
That's fair. But
Nolan's only hitting 280. Only.
I like Nolan.
He used that loosely.
Nolan is always going to be a shoo-in. He'll be in the All-Star game no matter what because you have to send one player from your team.
Well, it's going to be Goldschmidt.
Well, it's going to be Goldie, and it's going to be Nolan probably. But at shortstop, I went Francisco Lindor. You know, he finally turned it around. He's been great this year on a thriving Mets team. In the outfield, of course, you have to put Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yep.
He is scary, and he has been nothing but a godsend for that Braves team coming back from that injury.
Nasty injury.
Then I went back to the Mets, and I did Starling Marte.
It's actually in fourth.
How? Who's in first?
Mookie.
Oh, yeah, there's Mookie, I guess. Yeah, I forgot about him.
You know who's in third?
Jock Peterson.
It is Jock.
Jock is on my ballot. That is my last outfielder spot.
Is it really?
Yeah. I put Jock Peterson because Jock Peterson has done nothing but hit fucking nukes for the Giants, and he's went splash a lot.
16.
He is really like, he played well for the Braves last year, and now he's playing well for the Giants. Don't sleep on Jock. He played great for the Dodgers too. Played great for him. He's an underrated player. He's very
Same
underrated.
Division.
Yeah. And then I also have, let's see, at catcher, it's the most unanimous probably, is Wilson Contreras. He is
leading it.
He is having himself probably the best year of his career. And then at DH, because he's not playing in the outfield, it's Bryce Harper.
Yeah, it's Bryce Harper. I'm looking at these. Obviously, like I said, it tells me who's in first, who's in second, and the outfield is actually a top six.
Mm.
Um, it'd be really cool. Heartwarming story.
Uh-huh.
William is in second for the designated hitter spot.
That's cool.
That would be so cool if William and Wilson could both make the All-Star team. That would be incredibly just heartwarming.
Ouchie! I hope it happens.
It's funny. My AL picks were very similar to yours,
Okay.
except I had Vladdy instead of Ty France.
How dare you?
I'm going to, and I did it. I sent it to you.
I know you did.
At shortstop, I don't like Tim Anderson, so I'm not voting for him. That's just it's a biased opinion. That's why I took Wander.
Mhm.
I know he's been hurt. I didn't even care. This is while he was still hurt. I just didn't know who else to pick realistically. I took Judge, Springer, Trout, basic three.
Yeah.
Because George is having a decent year when he's on the field. Same thing with Trout. Aaron Judge, like we've said, unanimous MVP in my opinion.
Yep.
I did take Alejandro Kirk. He's statistically right now the best catcher, and I feel like he's the most deserving for
I was
that
just
spot.
for that AL one. I was just throwing darts at a fucking board, pretty much.
Well, and then of course DH Jordan.
Yeah.
That was an easy. But this is where it starts getting different. I had a lot of different picks for the NL than you did.
Yeah, I also wasn't thinking, man. I was just sitting on my couch, and I was so
Yeah.
dumbfounded by the one that I got sent. I was like,
Well,
I have to do a good one.
I mean, that would have rattled my cage too, but I took Goldie.
That's
I'm not,
fair.
obviously, we had that conversation about Pete.
Yeah.
He's playing very well. I hope he at least is a reserve.
Yeah.
But Goldie is
I mean,
just playing lights
most
out.
likely he will be.
I hope so. I took Jazz at second. He's electric.
Jazz
baseball,
is exactly what you
Jazz.
need for baseball.
Yes. Jazz is what you need.
And his team hates him, apparently. His
I
team
don't really care. I like him.
like
He also has a really cool baseball number too.
So you're telling me, Miami Marlins, you're telling me this man, this singular man, is putting fans in your seats, cheering you on, and you hate him? You had to have a team meeting because Jazz Chisholm is the only bright spot on your team right now. Like, come on. You signed fucking
pitching pretty well.
Well,
At least
so is Edward, but you guys signed Jorge Soler to lead off. Excuse me? The dude is a power hitter.
I mean, he did it in Atlanta and proved he could do it.
Well, yeah, but that was just postseason. Soler, man.
They won a ring.
They sure fucking did, and he was a big part of it.
Exactly. MVP.
But Miami made all these signings that didn't make a lot of sense in the offseason that I was like, huh, strange. That's weird. I don't know how this team's going to compete. And then Jazz Chisholm comes out of nowhere and knocks everybody on their ass because he's great. I love his Euro step when he hits a home run. He's just like, That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I just hit a fucking nuke off you. Suck me. All right, continue. Sorry, I had to go on a rant there.
And then my third baseman, Manny Machado. I do believe he's playing better than Nolan.
That's
I
fair.
don't care how many platinum gloves.
He actually is leading the talk for MVP in the NL.
Yeah, he deserves it. My buddy struck him out. Fun fact. Struck him out looking, actually.
Got him.
Don't worry about how many runs he gave up before that point. Just know he struck him out looking in the inning. Anyway,
Got him.
Shortstop, I got Frankie Lindor. I do have Frankie.
Fair.
It's deserving.
That is fair.
The outfield that goes Acuna. Have to. Love Acuna. I would love to buy a jersey or t-shirt jersey.
Don't you dare.
I don't want to ruin his career.
Don't you dare.
I don't want to ruin his career.
Ben, I will fly down.
I was wearing my Tatis one yesterday.
I will fly down there, and I will slap you. You're right, I won't. But you best believe next year when we're at the All-Star game.
True point. I got Mookie. Mookie's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because he played second base and it hits home, but he just seems like a really nice person. He's playing well.
I love talking shit to Boston fans.
273, 17 home runs, 40 RBIs. He's got an immaculate arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all know Mookie.
Right.
And then you know what? I went with a flyer on this one. I was looking through all the rest of the guys on this list, right, that I could vote for. Obviously, I could write somebody in, but I'm not going to do that. That's so fun.
Right.
I went with Charlie Blackmon as my third pick.
That's fair.
He's hitting 266, 11 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's not playing horrible. He has a noodle arm.
He does.
But he's not playing horrible.
But now with,
like,
universal
obviously,
DH, might as well throw him in there. Dude's only been able to hit.
I mean, my other third pick would have been Bryce, but he's not playing the outfield. He's classified as a DH. So I was like, you know what? I'll chuck Charlie a vote.
I know your DH vote. That's where we are the same.
Yeah. Bryce Harper is my DH vote. Like I said, if he was considered an outfielder, I would have. That would have been my third one.
Dude,
that's an easy pick.
If Bryce Harper was in the field, no shot. Manny Machado step aside. Bryce Harper's winning MVP again.
I don't know, Manny Machado's playing so well.
But we're talking about a fully healthy Manny Machado. Bryce isn't fully healthy. That's why he's DHing. He can still swing a stick. So that's where I'm hitting.
Yeah, they got about similar stats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Bryce Harper could fuck around and win MVP again, being a DH.
Yeah, and then for catcher, I could have went with Wilson. I probably should have went with Wilson or Travis. But I went with Dalton Varsho.
That's fair.
He had a hot start to the season.
Right.
He's fallen off a little. That 237 average kind of stings a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. I made this.
Let's be honest, though. How many catchers do you really want to, really sit there and look like, oh, hey, look, this catcher, I mean, nobody's going to be Joe Mauer.
No.
Nobody's going to hit, 300.
I made this ballot on the 8th of June. It is now the 23rd at time of recording. That average dipped a little bit since I voted for him, but I'm happy with that pick. I think the Diamondbacks deserve some love. Who knows? Maybe I don't know anyone else. And Zach Gallen might get it, but
Cattell.
I don't know his throw. Yeah, Cattell might get it.
Cattell's always kind of the shoe-in, right?
Just throw some bones to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I mean they really
falling
need
off a little bit.
They're not good. I can tell you that much.
And then we could even try and guess what the starting pitchers could be. Obviously, the managers are going to pick that, but I think Nestor starts for.
I don't.
As long as he gets in. You don't think so?
Shohei.
You think Shohei will get it again?
Yeah. Why not? You're going to lead him off anyway.
That's true.
That's just how it's going to be. He will be the DH.
How is that going to work?
He's just going to come out, and when he gets taken out, they're just going to DH because they're going to have enough dudes.
See, that's where I'm going to get really thrown for a loop here.
Yeah, but...
So obviously the NL will be fine, but
when he gets taken out of games now, he's still DHing. Right.
But if Yordan is the DH, Shohei just pitches them. Because Yordan earned that starting spot.
Fair enough.
You see what I'm trying to put... You know the point I'm trying to make? You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Shohei hits when he's pitching, right?
Yeah, a little side note. The Angels really figured out how to use Shohei.
They did. Oh, they have.
DH. You don't put him in the field. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, why risk him getting hurt? He's been hitting fine.
That's the only reason he got hurt that year was because he was playing both pitcher and outfield. No reason for it. There's no reason. This is the most idiotic thing I've ever.
He was straining himself because he's you gotta. Playing baseball is all about mastering the craft, right?
Right.
Not only did he have to master all 5 of his pitches, he had to master hitting,
which
righties and lefties. But then he also had to master the outfield.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just so much.
Yeah, so
it's so much, and he got hurt for it.
Okay, I can see it now. Nestor. I think it's gonna be either Nestor or Garrett Cole.
I just don't think it's fair to whoever wins. Who the hell's in second? Oh, Shohei's in second. Yeah. I just don't see how it's fair to say Yordan does end up winning the DH spot, right, to start.
I mean, he should.
Right. He should. I'm just hypothetically here. Say he does win. I don't think it's fair to him earning that spot in that fan vote if Shohei pitches inning one and then leads off as the DH for the Shohei rule instead of Jordan
I mean,
being the DH because he's
right.
earned that spot. It's not the Angels. This is the All-Star game.
Like, Jordan, I don't think has played in the field at all this year. I don't think he has.
He has. Him and Brantley are switching. They're throwing him out there. Because I watch a lot of Angels games.
I think Michael Brantley's...
They've been playing. He's been out there.
I don't even think Michael Brantley should be in the outfield at all.
No, he shouldn't.
Him and Jordan are both liabilities out there.
That's why they're splitting time in the left field.
I guess that's fair. But no, I get what you're saying. So, I mean, the pitching side, it's probably going to be Garrett Cole. Your team's the most winning team in baseball right now. Garrett Cole's going to take the bump at the All-Star game. And when you look at the NL side, I mean, you're probably going to go...
Actually, I think Verlander might start the game.
There's that.
Dusty Baker's the manager.
No, that's fair. But I'll tell you who leads off for the NL.
Go ahead.
Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's second in basically every decent statistic you'd like to be, except for strikeouts.
He's going
to 12 quality starts.
He's gonna be in that conversation for Cy Young.
The team's phenomenal. They're a half game back. The team's in a good spot.
And since we
Except,
are,
do you think Dave Roberts would actually pick Joe?
I mean, he could.
Well, yeah.
Could.
He could.
But most likely he'll throw out one of his pitchers. But
yeah, he'll probably start Gosselin. In L.A.
Why not Walker? Well, I guess
Walker's hurt.
Oh, yeah. I guess it just depends, like, where you are in the rotation before the break.
Yeah,
because
that too.
Because like, you know, if you just pitch, you're not going to go out and throw again. So,
right.
like,
I guess that does matter.
Even if Shohei wins, right, or, like, is in the pitching column, because he should be a pitcher in this, you can take a year off of hitting. Like, there's always next year. You're going to hit for the rest of your career. But here's the big thing, right? It's Shohei should be starting. He should be. Just because he's been...
He should. As long as the schedule dictates that he can.
Yeah. But my guess is he's probably going to pitch the game before the break. And, and who knows? The All-Star break is always phenomenal, right?
Absolutely.
Because it gives players, 162 games is a lot of games with very little time off. And your
about 4 a month.
Your time off is not really time off unless you're home for a
no, because you're usually traveling.
Exactly. That's your day off, is you're in a plane. But, like, say you have a good homestand, right? Like a good 10-game, 12-game homestand. Your days off are just your days off. I mean, yeah, you're probably doing a little training here and there, right? Because you got to stay in shape. But, like, let's say the Mariners for sake, they live in Seattle. They're gonna take their time and just relax for a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Tampa. Literally today is their off day, where they just had New York in town yesterday and they get Pittsburgh in town tomorrow. Like, they actually have a day off in Tampa to do nothing. They chose to.
And so this break, it's like for everybody, it's just like a big weight lifted off their shoulders. And guess
4
what?
days off.
It brings back a different intensity in that second half of the season. I mean, look at last year. The Mariners were kind of trugging along. All-Star break hit. And after the All-Star break hit, they fucked around and won 90 games.
I mean, even look at the Tigers. They had a really bad start to the year, naturally. But they turned it around after the All-Star break. A lot of teams did. The Braves did.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Braves went out and made some nice moves, but
they sure did.
The All-Star break is a good time to reset mentally and just get locked in for the next 3 months of just grueling baseball.
I agree. So, you know, since we're kind of at the All-Star break, another guy that I can see getting in for the NL pitchers, shockingly, Mackenzie Gore.
Good.
Mackenzie Gore is going to win NL Rookie of the Year.
Is he still classified as a rookie too?
I think so. They're talking about it.
No, if they're talking about it, then he absolutely is classified.
Because he's at like a 2.86 right now on his ERA. And he's
3.64.
Oh, so it went up from what I heard. But he has been pitching
like
great.
Then. Yeah, he gave up 8 earned in his last start.
Oh, that's tough.
God, he just doesn't like Colorado, huh?
But he has been pitching very well this year.
He's given up 1 earned run in his first 3 starts, and then the last 2 starts, which both were against Colorado, 1 at home, 1 on the road. 6 1/3 total. 14 hits. Oh god, quick math. 14 earned runs.
Ouchie.
Just Colorado.
That's
and
tough.
4 total strikeouts. Man, he doesn't like Colorado, huh?
I guess not. I mean, they do have a lot of righties in their lineup, though.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of righties.
God, I got him by 1.5 years. That makes me so old.
They've got Blackman and they have McMahon as their lefty since Toppy is out of there.
Yeah.
So they've only got two lefties there. So
yeah, because Grichuk is right-handed.
Yeah, and so
Grichuk
you have Connor, Joe. You've got Grichuk. You've got Chris Bryant,
CJ
Crone, Rogers. The Elias guy they have behind the plate, and then
I think McMahon's.
Who's their?
I think it's just McMahon.
McMahon is third base. Who's their?
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Yeah, who's their shortstop?
Couldn't tell you. Isn't that Brennan Rodgers? Or is he second base?
Second base. Oh, their shortstop is Iglesias, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, it's Jose Iglesias.
Yeah, the only person in the infield that's right-handed or left-handed is McMahon, and then you got Blackman in the outfield, and that's it.
And then
Those
you
the only
also
two lefties
have
in the entire squad.
Garrett Hampson out there somewhere.
Garrett's out there. Jonathan Daza is out there. He's right-handed. Yeah, everyone's right-handed except for Blackman and McMahon.
So going to Colorado, pitching a lefty against a full righty squad, basically, it's kind of suicide. But I think Mackenzie Gore still wins it, and that would be cool if he got in the All-Star game. That'd be awesome. So now that we talked about the All-Stars, so like, do we want to touch on underrated right now?
I think we kind of did that with the All-Star voting a little bit.
True. You know, another underrated dude, right? And he's hurt for the rest. He's out for the rest of the year, and that's Ozzy Albies.
Is he actually out for the rest of the year?
I believe I saw that.
When did that happen?
Like 2 weeks ago, he got hurt.
Oh, it's probably when I wasn't home.
Yeah, he got taken out. He left the game, and I'm pretty sure it said he was done for the season.
Rosario's hurt too.
And it's tough because, like, Ozzy Albies, I didn't realize that he's like 32, 33 years old.
He's 25.
Ozzy Albies?
Yeah.
He's not 25.
He is.
No shot. I thought he was
born in 97.
I thought he was in his fucking 30s, bro.
He's 8 months older than me.
Hold on. Let me fact check this.
I have it pulled up.
I don't believe you.
That's fine. Don't believe me. He's 25.
Okay, I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me, guys. Sorry.
This is why you have the fact checker here, who's quick on the mouse.
That's fair. I thought he was a lot older than he was.
No.
But Ozzy Albies is very underrated for being.
He had surgery last week.
For being a switch hitter. I think he's done though, isn't he?
It doesn't say. He's just on the 60 day, so probably.
But Ozzy's...
It's something to his foot. Fractured his foot.
Here's the thing I have about switch hitters, right?
I love them.
I do as well. But here's the thing, right? you've got Ozzy Albies. Crushes lefties.
Can't hit a righty to save his life.
Just be a lefty, bro. Or be a righty.
Hey, that's what Cedric Mullins did. That got him an all-star bid.
Like, you look
Cedric
at...
Mullins used to be a switch hitter, and then he realized he couldn't hit from the right side and just picked left-handed.
I mean, like, I've watched a interview with Abraham Toro, one of the Mariners guys, who's a switch hitter. He's like, yeah, when I'm in the left-handed box, I'm a power hitter, but when I'm in the right-handed box, I'm a poke player. Like, he'll just put the ball, he doesn't hit for power. It's like, I don't know. I feel like if you're a switch hitter, you should be like hitting for power,
like Chipper did.
Right, Chipper
is the pinnacle of switch hitting. He can hit both sides with power.
I mean,
scare the living daylights out of you.
And right now, there's the one guy you're looking to compare is Jose Ramirez.
Yep, he could definitely hit for power on both sides.
He sure can, and
he's just about 9 inches shorter than Chipper was.
I'm pretty sure he hits for average too from both sides.
Yeah, I could probably easily look that up, but yeah.
And then you had the high expectations of Adley and Wander as well, but Wander's another guy who doesn't hit righties as well as he does lefty. Like,
the only difference between
he hits
Wander,
better out of the front. He hits better against lefties, not righties.
The only difference between Wander and Ozzy is Ozzy can actually hit for power from the one side. Wander, if he gets a hold of one, it'll go out.
Right.
But he's a gap-to-gap guy.
Right.
I don't expect Wander to hit 37, 38 home runs in a year.
I expect him maybe with Adley at some point.
Adley's different. But I'm saying like Wander and Ozzy, that's the difference. Ozzy can hit for power from the left side. Right side.
Yeah, he hits way better from the right side because he crushes lefties.
Yeah. Adley, though, I believe Adley could be the next Chipper Jones hitting statistically.
Fair enough.
You just got to give him time. That's what makes me so upset about this with media.
One of the things that I am absolutely loving with the league this year is how they changed how they treat minor leaguers.
They stopped the service time manipulation.
So you finally have all of these rookies that we've been waiting on, and I'm still gonna throw Wander in that rookie talk kind of because he got called up after the break last year because that's when they traded Willie. But here's the big thing: I'm still considering him rookie because he's young. He's still 21 years old, and that's around what all these guys are. You have J-Rod, 21 years old. Jeremy Pena's, I think, 23. Bobby Witt, 21 years old. Spencer Torkelson, 21 years old. You have all of these young studs that you're finally getting to see the light of day. And it is so awesome. And O'Neal Cruz, baby. O'Neal Cruz is here. I don't care what Baseball Reference says, what MLB says. I don't give a shit. You played 2 games last year. You're a rookie. You are
manipulation right there.
You are a rookie. And not only did he have, and I am calling this game he played earlier this week his debut. I don't care about last year. That's September call-ups. Nobody expects much out of you. Like, but O'Neal Cruz came in, had probably the hardest thrown ball for the Pirates, but clocking in at like 96 across the diamond. That's insane. I believe I read or heard that he hit 122 off the bat. Just as hard as Giancarlo Stanton. And the dude's a giant, 6'7", and
he's huge. 220. I don't think he's 220.
And the man can run. My gosh, that man can run.
He hit it 112.
I just, it's crazy that he's so slinky. He looks like a slinky, man, or a twig, as you would say. He is so tiny, like 220. That's crazy. He looks like a stick. But yeah, O'Neal Cruz is also gonna be. I mean, the Pirates have so much young, good talent that they could mess around and turn it around at some point. Not this year, maybe not next year, but the year after. I see the Pirates actually being something, because you're gonna have.
No, I don't believe that. They don't want to win. That ownership group doesn't care.
Yeah,
They're not the Orioles. The Orioles want to win. Well, half the family wants to win.
Yeah, I mean,
and stay in Baltimore.
We'll see. I
just want to throw this out there.
Uh-huh.
O'Neal Cruz has the same sprint speed feet per second that Julio does. Just throwing that out there. It's 29.3 to 29.5. It's the same.
Ooh, that's gross.
And he is 6'7".
Oh, he sure is.
Compared to 6'3". He has 4 extra inches on him and runs the same speed. That's terrible.
Dude, it's crazy. O'Neal Cruz is what, like, yeah, people asked for Adley, people asked for Bobby, people asked for J-Rod. But you literally had everybody in MLB communities anywhere saying, where is O'Neal Cruz? Where is he?
Well, I think what really threw it was, like, J-Rod started the year on the team.
Right.
Spencer started the year on the team.
Bobby started the year.
He's doing really well. Yeah, Bobby too. You know, all these big name prospects started the year on the team. Adley came along. He would have started. Even Riley Green would have started the year on the team if he didn't break his foot.
Right.
Adley, if he didn't get hurt, would have started the year as the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
But
he would have been my AL Rookie of the Year pick if.
Well, of course.
If he was.
Adley and Riley don't count.
Yeah.
Just because they would have been the starter had they not got hurt the last week of spring training.
They're still in the conversation. Well, Adley is still technically in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. We just have to see how the rest of his year pans out and how Julio, Jeremy Pena, and Bobby Witt do after the break. We'll just have to see.
What I'm just saying is, like, they don't count because they're in the category with Bobby, Julio, and Spencer where they would have been on the opening day roster.
Right.
That's why everyone was like, where is O'Neal Cruz? Why is he not? You have nothing to lose. They are currently not doing well.
Oh, no, they're not.
They're 29. Well, they're in third place. They're 29-40. They're not doing horrible. But that minus 95 run differential is not looking too hot. But I don't know why. You have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Just start them.
And, like, I watch a lot of MLB coverage guys, dudes that are partnered with MLB. By the way, hold on. Big shout out to Mark Luciano. Big shout out to Giraffe Neck Mark. He is now the official podcast of the New York Mets.
Is that what that announcement was for?
Yeah, his podcast is the official podcast of the New York Mets.
Good for him.
That is.
I missed that.
I saw that and I lost my shit. And I turned to my wife and I was like, dude, this happened. She's like, that's so cool. And I was like, I know.
That's cool.
And these are dudes, like, you have Fuzzy. He's partnered with MLB because he does his MLB recap videos every single day. And you have, like, big guys in the MLB industry because they're just trying to make baseball enjoyable for people. Like, they're trying to get fans back. And, like, Fuzzy was the biggest, like, leading the charge with, where is O'Neal Cruz? Why is he not in the bigs? Like, and even,
I think everyone was confused.
And even MLB The Show, right? You boot up the game before the season starts. O'Neal Cruz is on the starting roster. And I'm sitting here like, wait.
Yeah, he was.
What?
Wasn't he the leadoff hitter, too?
Sure was.
The game? Yeah.
Sure was. It's like, why is he not... I'm so confused. And it's just because...
Why is it June 22nd and he's just not getting called up?
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at a dude that's been nothing but patient. Yes, the big travesty happened following him, which nobody talks about.
It got swept under the rug pretty quickly.
Sure did. But yeah, it's like you're really hurting him by keeping him down there, because you look at clips from this year, dude mashed in AAA.
Yeah.
And I remember one, I think he hit a walk-off home run, and as he's crossing plate, he just goes.
Yeah, just like Chris Bryant did. You remember that one?
I sure do. But it's like, it's time. Like, why are we pussyfooting around? You know what I mean? Like, you've got a guy that's literally ready to play, and I'm pretty sure he's voiced his opinions about playing.
Well, you can only do so much.
Yeah, but hey, good for him. He's finally in the show. I'm a huge fan of it. I think he's gonna be phenomenal.
He was only hitting 230 down there.
Yeah, but I don't think he really cared. That's also a big part. I don't think he gave a shit. So that's, teach their own.
His MLB debut date is 10/2/21.
That's so tough.
It was the last 2 games of the year.
That's so shitty to do, honestly. Like, that really grinds my gears that's what happened. Like, I don't understand how he's not considered a rookie. Blows my absolute mind.
Welcome to service manipulation.
2 games. You guys called Kyle Lewis up in September, and he had that crazy run, right, where he hit like 6 home runs in September on his call up. Like, his first like 6 games he hit a home run, and then it was like he was a rookie in that COVID year, and it's like, ouchie. I just don't understand it. Like, that's dumb. You shouldn't be considered up in pro ball for 2 fucking games. It's stupid.
Welcome to service manipulation.
Yeah. Is there anything else we want to add?
I think we covered it. We covered a lot.
We did.
It was
we
3
sure
to 4
did.
weeks worth. I think that was good.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you guys have anything that you want to say to us, you can find us on Twitter again. I'm at Killing Kane.
I'm at Realdaygaming 1.
Start a conversation with us. Tag us in a comment. Also, if you guys are watching on YouTube, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, leave a like. Helps us out a lot. Let's just get some conversations going. Tell us your all-star picks. Tell us your underrated players. Let's make talking baseball fun again.
Or if you made it this far in the video, call me dumb for putting Wander as an all-star.
Hey, at least you didn't put all of the Yankees on there.
Oops.
Ouchie. But thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.